You need to stop being emotional.
I know.
It's gonna kill you. You need to get it together.
She's strict, she's stern, and when she's unhappy, those piercing eyes barely blink. Andi Van Willigan spent 9 seasons as a Red Kitchen sous chef, and she ran a tight ship for the captain, Chef Ramsay. Her blunt way with words resulted in some classic one-liners that let everyone know exactly what she expected from them.
Fucking shit.
You owe me a salmon because you fucking suck at fish chasing tonight.
I know, I'm sorry, Chef.
In season 9, Elise's competitive attitude led to a reputation for being confrontational and difficult to work with. By week 4, the other contestants were already sick of her patronizing tone.
Why are you in my space?
I'm not in
Back
your space.
up. You're in my space.
I'm like a
Your mouth is one of the issues.
She refused to listen to her teammates, and the only person she took any notice of, because she had no choice, was Chef Ramsay himself.
Stop pointing at me like I'm some picture.
Thank you, Chef Ramsay, for shutting up Elise.
That was until she crossed paths with Chef Andi, who quickly lost patience and called her out on her backchat. Andi reminded Elise that she was her mentor, not a child, and wouldn't be spoken to like one, before clarifying her position in the kitchen.
I'm here. You're here. Get it straight. Hello?
I heard you.
That cleared things up. In season 10, Andi once again flexed her power when she had a run-in with Tiffany during service. It's safe to say Tiffany was having a bad night on the garnish station. Gordon wasn't happy with her hygiene standards or raw potato dishes, and Andi wasn't happy with her bad attitude.
You're preparing fish garnish in a dirty fucking pan. You've given up. She doesn't care.
I do care.
Oh, fuck off.
You're the floppiest cook I've ever seen my whole entire life.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm not.
You have such a fucking attitude. Why don't you take a walk?
Having been thrown out of the kitchen, Tiffany headed back to the dorm and was eliminated later that night. If anyone doubted Chef Andi's ability in the kitchen, they were given the chance to see just what she was capable of in season 13, when Andi and Blue Kitchen sous chef James teamed up with Gordon to go head-to-head with the final 6 black jackets. Andi couldn't wait to get stuck into cooking and confidently send food flying out.
And I mean, it's fun to finally be on the other side of it and show these guys and girls how it gets done. We have this in the bag.
The experts prepared perfect dishes at speed, and Andi's performance was flawless. James was almost as impressive, but not quite. And eagle-eyed Gordon missed nothing.
Damn, Chef Ramsay's on James tonight.
Chicken, please, Jimmy.
Glad it's not me.
Andi and her team finished 5 tables ahead of the Black Jackets, despite having half the manpower. Point proved. While Andi's reputation as a tough cookie was well known at Hell's Kitchen, it obviously hadn't reached everyone. When she visited Park's Edge restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia to support Gordon during season 5 of Kitchen Nightmares, line cook Matt showed her shocking levels of disrespect. When Ramsay added chicken wings to the menu at the failing fine dining restaurant, Matt felt the new dish didn't fit the business's premium reputation.
Don't feel comfortable frying a chicken wing. Why not? Unless she wants to put on a pair of orange shirts and go out there and serve it.
Despite his suggestion that she should dress as a Hooters server, Andi managed to maintain her composure, much to Hell's Kitchen devotees' disappointment. Matt got his comeuppance, though, as Gordon went on to give him a well-deserved dressing down.
I've fucking forgotten more than you know. Just serve the food and shut the fuck up, smart ass. Okay.
Before he was eventually thrown out by the owners for his bad attitude. While she was not a chef to be messed with in the kitchen, Andi did show her sense of humor at times out of it. To kick off season 10, she took part in a commitment test for the competitors, where they believed they would have to shave their heads to earn their place on the line. She volunteered to go first.
Oh, fuck it. I already beat you to it.
Bravo, Andy.
Gordon appeared in the background to shut the salon down, but was it really too late for Andi and her long, luscious locks?
Andi?
Okay.
In season 12, Andi crossed paths with Anton Testino, where he was transferred across to the women's team in week 12. It's safe to say he wasn't happy about the switch.
This is the one thing I did not want to happen. It's been like 10 years since I've worked with a girl in the kitchen. Women are more sensitive than men.
Just 2 weeks later, he was in trouble during service. After sending undercooked chicken and failing to communicate a 10-minute delay on his Wellingtons. When the delayed Wellingtons were finally ready, he was ready to prove his ability and impress her. But it didn't exactly go to plan.
It's overcooked.
Yep.
Fuck.
Wellington, let's go.
Anton, fucking pull it together.
I have it together, Chef.
Don't you fucking talk back to me. Don't you ever
I'm not
talk back to
talking
me.
back to you.
Yes, you are. Pull it together.
Chef Andi went on to tell him that the only words she wanted to hear from him in the future were, "Yes, chef," which he agreed to. But privately, he described her as being a little girl having problems with being a woman in the kitchen. Chef Ramsay didn't agree and eliminated him that night for his disrespectful attitude.
Downward spiral. And I am not feeling you coming back.
Sorry to hear that.
In the same season, Andi showed a softer side, giving fans a glimpse of how she handled working in a tough industry and the toll it had taken on her personal life. She showed compassion to the chefs who were struggling with Gordon's fury when dinner service didn't go their way, including Scott, who was feeling the pressure of being in the firing line.
Young man, you're making mistake after mistake. All you're doing is pissing me off.
I'm sorry, Chef.
You knew it went over,
that.
and you still bring
No,
it to me.
Chef, I didn't think it held over that far.
You still brought it to me.
I apologize, Chef. I didn't mean to do...
Scott asked Andi for advice on dealing with the tongue lashings. She admitted that she too found it hard, but reminded him that Gordon had the very highest standards.
You can't let it get to your head.
I...
Tomorrow's a new day. I always wake up, I put my feet down on the floor, and I'm like, you know what? Today's a new day.
Andi tried to share similar advice with Joy when she walked out of the competition mid-service.
Hey, young lady, if you're in the mood, don't take it out on my food.
I'm done.
You're done.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
She followed Joy to the dorms, where the tearful contestant was packing her bags, to try to convince her to stay.
The people that are the hardest on you in your life are the ones that care about you most.
Despite Andi's intervention, Joy chose to leave. But fans enjoyed Andi's explanation that Ramsay was a tough coach, not an angry bully. One of the viewers' favorite moments came when Andi answered questions about her own career. While the red team were carrying out a punishment, Chef Andi shared how hard she needed to work in her 20s to get to where she was, and the tough choices she'd had to make.
Not married, I don't have kids. Not opposed to it, but in our careers, you gotta kind of like push yourself to the top.
Yeah.
Viewers sympathized with her position and the lack of private life she'd become used to, as she traveled for 275 days a year while working for Gordon. It's no surprise that when she did finally find love, it was with another member of his staff. In season 15, Gordon closed Hell's Kitchen for the night to host Andi's wedding reception, and viewers got a glimpse of her new husband. Though Chef Ramsay only mentioned his strong relationship with Andi when he introduced the couple, he actually knew them both. His other guest, Bryce Cutspeck, was his head of security. As Andi could probably have predicted, the service was a disaster, and Gordon wasn't happy.
This was a wedding reception for a very loyal friend. And you know what? I couldn't even look Andi in the eyes.
Both teams lost, but the fans won, as they got to see Andi finally finding love and the private life she felt she had missed out on for so long. We're pleased to report that Andi and Bryce are still happily married more than 10 years later, and the couple have 2 beautiful children. Though Andi continues to keep most details of her life away from social media, we can share that she continued to work as a chef after her wedding, and is currently an executive project manager for a hospitality team in Las Vegas. We're so pleased that she finally got her happy ending, and wish her and her family the best of luck for the future.